Hi, I'm Meenal Ghosh and welcome to this video. Now, to talk about, there are particularly, I think, a couple of reasons which needs to be catered into with regard to the topic of this video right here, because I think people need to know about my struggle, the actual story that I've never unraveled ever before on YouTube. Like talking about why did I ultimately had to compromise with my Indian accent and get a pretty comprehensible output of the American speech patterns with regard to conversational American English or American accent. So I'm gonna talk about it today here in this video. Now, well, as you know, to be exactly working as a YouTuber, this was never on my radar. I never anticipated that one day I'd be working as a YouTube content creator. I'd never, even in the wildest of my dreams, ever imagined that I'd be working as a YouTube content creator. And my character, apparently, when it delivers its presentation into the play of the video, I feel it's somewhat like a mixture of mixed emotions, shyness, hesitation, some sort of, to the fact that I'm not very much accustomed to be speaking in front of the camera or to be recording myself whenever I feel a sense of, let's say, a paranoia gripping my mind that whether my accent does it seem to be perfect, or is there something that I'm lacking with, or something that is not right, that doesn't sound exactly correct, especially to the American ears. So, despite that, I tried to um, maintain my tonality, my placement, my authentic placement, my voice of American accent. And if I speak about my struggle, so I started my YouTube channel in 2021, February. Primarily, I had started making some video contents up ahead on my channel, and those were not targeted for accent training specifically to be talking about. So, initially, I didn't make the videos related to American accent training because this idea had never popped up in my head that I'll be making the videos related to American English. So I made certain videos which I deleted later, which were based on mathematical tricks and tips, which I think it didn't work well pretty much. So I had to brainstorm a bit, just storming with the ideas, thoughts, and eventually I decided to make contents which would ultimately help the targeted audience of my YouTube channel to reduce their accent, specifically the MTI oriented Indian accent, and get a pretty comprehensible American accent input while watching each of the contents of my accent training video series on my channel. Now, I think some of you might think about like, I'm making videos for my own self purpose. Just I want to kind of show off or brag with my American accent. I'm not making the videos for my self purpose. I ain't making the videos not at all for my self purpose. No. I'm making the videos for each and every one of you who will get benefited with the help of my knowledge that I'm inculcating to the world, that I'm delivering to you guys. So it's not about my self purpose or my selfish concern that I'm making the videos to only show off. No. Although I'm not getting any sort of revenue earnings from my videos, despite I'm trying to be comfortable in front of the camera talking to you and expressing my thoughts, my opinions about what it actually feels to be working as a YouTuber. And I believe there are many negative people who will be commenting some negative comments related to the video contents, saying that, stating that I'm just trying to be a creepy person, maybe doing some shit around here on YouTube, or maybe I don't know what else. So it takes immense responsibility to be working as a YouTuber. So I think it's better to refrain from those negativities and accept the positive energy, the positive demeanor, or the attitude of the people, the positive comments, the positive feedbacks, the positive appreciations of the people who really understands and are fairly educated to understand the concept of what it means to be teaching the value, inculcating the values of pronunciations and accent. Now, despite of my working as a YouTuber, I have been subjected to certain kind of like there's so much of negativities among people in the livelihood of where I live here in Baradi, in northern part of Kolkata. So people, most of them, they find it like a crazy stuff. Like, what is this fellow is doing? Just making videos on YouTube. They literally don't know the concept. Most of them are not aware of the social media concept of YouTube. So I've been subjected to certain mockeries, trolls, remarks, rhetorics, comments, etc. I was bullied to the extent, but above all, I think if you stay on your true path and do nothing to incite them for the cause of your mockery, for the cause of your dissatisfaction, I think you're gonna ace on your field. And that's what I'm trying to do. So always make sure that despite of all negativities, all sorts of mockeries or negative comments, just try to refrain from it and accept the positive ones. And if I talk about the struggle was immensely at the time of the COVID 19 global pandemic, when I spent my entire time working on the pronunciation and accent. I worked with my painstaking efforts day and night, mastering the vowel sounds, the consonant sounds, everything. So that's about it. Thank you for watching this video.